Hey everybody, I'm Captain Tommy Scoville and you are on the lifeboat. Ba-dum-bum. It is Saturday night boat here on the Sunday night lifeboat. All right, leave me alone, man. I didn't know what day it was. You know what I'm saying? We came back from a long road trip. It was hectic. I don't think you have any idea what they put us through. The SPTV crowd in California was vicious, man. Vicious. Didn't it wear you out?
Oh yeah.
I mean it, man. They raked us over the coals. But all right, we're here and we're back. If you've never been to a Saturday night boat, if you've never seen this, this is the day of the week that we let our hair down. You know, other people, shut up. You don't have any hair either. Other people let their hair down, and we symbolically let our hair down. Yeah, it is what it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some trivia. Tonight, the trivia is going to be on... Honestly, I don't remember what the trivia is on. Hold on a second. I came up with a good... Oh, it's pop trivia. It's pop culture trivia. We are going to be covering 3 decades. Those are going to be the decades of the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. If you're a 90s person, maybe next time. But since nothing good happened after in 1987, we're going to be sticking with 60, 70, and 80. All right. So we're going to fire off the first one. Are you ready? You should form your answer in the form of a question. I don't really ride people for it, but first negative test, SP Tattoo Warrior. Hold on, let me see this. Watch this, people. Watch this. See this? Booyah. How's that, everybody? You said I couldn't do it. See that? I'm highlighting the comments so that you know what I'm talking about. This is the crew that listens after the fact. Because when I do it live, you kind of catch it because the people are here. So this, I'm trying to do this for the people that are in the replay crew. So there you go, replay. All right. Congratulations, SP TV Tattoo Warrior. We're glad to hear that. She had the SP math, people. The SP plus math. Is it SP?
SP TV.
No. See, now I'm screwing up. It's the C plus math. I said S plus math. It's the C plus math. I apologize. You know, the old 19, the artist formerly known as, anyway. All right, here we go. Let's fire this thing up. Everybody ready? Here we go. Question. Who directed the 1980 film The Shining based on the Stephen King novel? So who was the director of The Shining? Red Rum. If you did not see this film, it was terrifying. That movie scared the poop out of me when I was a kid. I was like 12 years old when that movie came out, and we heard this kid tell us the story about it ad nauseum. I didn't see it until I was probably 14, but I knew every scene that was coming because this little kid scared the crap out of me. Full of Hope. I think she was first, everybody. I think Full of Hope might be first on that. Oh, I don't know. Wait. No, Valerie 102. Valerie 102 comes in with Kubrick. Stanley. Book was better. Make no mistake. The book was better. Way better. I'm just saying. It's a way better book. A way better book. But anyway. Okay, everybody. So next. That's okay. The misspelled it thing is okay. Kubrick is the man. No question. Stanley Kubrick did some amazing things. It was, Roxy. Well played. Well played. Okay. Okay. You're kidding me, man. This happened? Question. What 1980s toy line featured small collectible figures with distinct smells and was marketed as the Stinkor? Oh, yeah. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
That was not going on in Australia in the 1980s, but we were living pretty good over here in the 1980s, and we were talking about smells and whatnot. Have we got anybody? See, you know what? No one's going to get this, man. No one's going to get this. No. Cabbage Patch? Cabbage Patch? Nope. Nope. My Little Pony? Nope. Garbage Pail Kids? Like Garbage Pail. Scratch and Sniff Snickers or cards. Yeah. Garbage Pail Kids. Absolutely foul. And apparently a big thing in the 80s. Not exactly sure why that is. Strawberry Shortcake, not a bad question. They did do the scratch and sniff, but I think this one was referring to the nasty ones. I know Strawberry Shortcake smelled good. All right, here we go. Question. Who was nasty? Correct. It's my brother. It's my brother Johnny. He's a legend. And I mean that. Man's got a tolerance that he can eat things that will peel paint off of. Man's got a tolerance. It's impressive to watch. It really is. Who was the first actor to portray Batman in the 1960s TV series by the same name? All right, everyone. Who is it? Everybody should know this one. This is a good one. Alan Valentine says he lives in Queensland, which I do not. It is. That could be Valerie again. No way. Valerie comes in again with Adam West. Yes, and if you're a fan of Family Guy, you know that Adam West went on to become mayor of Quahog. Surprised you didn't know that. He was the mayor of Quahog until he passed away sadly and was replaced by Wild West, who then became the mayor of Quahog. Once again, surprised you didn't know that. Andrew, the Heat Seeker, good to see you, man. Absolutely correct. He got it. Quiet Girl, good to see you. Piece of candy. You know, it's funny that you say that, Guacaholic, because I've got a Aussie in the house currently, right? A crew member from the lifeboat from Australia has actually flown over here and is staying with me for a couple of weeks. If you've been on the boat for a really long time, you know that this time of year, I get on this candy kick every year without fail. Every year without fail in the month of September and October, we get into candy corn season. And as you know, candy corn is one of the three major food groups. So Alan last year bought some candy corn, had it shipped over to Australia and paid a fortune. Seriously, you could have bought gold for what he was paying for these. And they were waxy as hell and hard, and he badmouthed them. He badmouthed candy corn for the world to hear, actually. But he's been woofing down the fresh stuff that we've got here in the house. Yeah. You know what? See, we've got a candy corn. That's candy slumming, says Violet Gypsy. People come down on both sides of the candy corn issue. My brother says it's for decoration. Yeah, but look, I'm a candy corn person. I dig it. I absolutely dig it. I'm a fan. Candy corn tastes like wax. You know what? That's it. You people are cut off. We're getting back into questions. There'll be no more bad mouthing of candy corn. I will turn this boat around. Okay. Do not make me turn this boat around. What was the name? This is an excellent question. All right. Those of you of a specific vintage. Hello, Snotface. Good to see you, hon. Glad you're here. All right, are you ready? Those of a specific vintage, those of us that grew up in the greatest of all decades. This is a good question. What was the name of the fictional high school in the 1985 film The Breakfast Club? No, I didn't like it as a kid. I did not like candy corn as a kid. That is something you get as your palate develops over time. Naomi, good to see you. As your palate develops over time and you mature as an adult, candy corn begins to be awesome. No, I didn't like it as a kid. I thought it was nasty. And that's the truth. I hated it. Didn't like getting it on Halloween. But then I matured. Cemetery, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. I have not seen an answer. Oh, gamer. It is. Gamer, well played. Gamer for the win. The answer is, people, Shermer High School. And Gamer showed up first to the party with that one. I have bumped my head. Are you still going off about the candy corn? Security? Security? Could you remove Johnny Scoville for us? Just briefly. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. It is happy Sunday night boat for Saturday night stuff. People, if you've never gone over to Kathy's channel, can I get a mod to throw a link up for Kathy? You want to see some talent from the lifeboat? It's she's an incredible musician, and I enjoy the hell out of going over and watching her. It really mellows me out. It really does. I remember because Jay and Silent Bob, yeah, I do know. You know that there's no Shermer in Illinois. Yes, I'm familiar. I am absolutely familiar. A great film, too, by the way. Come on, The Breakfast Club was just good stuff, man. It really was. Okay. And here we go. We are all familiar with the film by Steven Spielberg that featured a young boy and his alien friend, E.T., the extraterrestrial. What year did E.T. debut? What year did we get E.T., the extraterrestrial? We have a 1985 up there from Ben Turner. Hey, Ben, good to see you, man. We have a 1986 and an 85, and Seventh Son comes in with 82, and it is the correct answer. Seventh, I believe, first to the party. Is it? No. Johnny. No, it is. Yeah, the Reese's Pieces. Correct. See, everybody remembers it. Oh, no, Full of Hope. Actually, Full of Hope tuned you up by about 15 minutes. I missed it. Slow on the uptake today. You know what it is, people? It's the road trip hangover. If you've ever done one of those road trips where you drive a crap load of time, you spend a lot of time behind the wheel. Like when I was a kid, I was telling stories, and I've talked about it on the boat. But I used to drive illegal substances from one part of the country to the other, and I did it. I did quite a bit of it. Really, really long road trips, and with the added pressure of knowing that your car was leveled down with contraband that could send you to prison. But you know what? Even with the stress and with all of that stuff, and me driving nonstop, like I would get in the car and drive from Texas to the Northeast to like the Massachusetts and New Hampshire and places like that, and get in the car and go nonstop. I could not do that anymore, ever. I mean, we would pull over to get gas and get out of the car, and you could just hear old bones like creaking, and it was awful. And that was just him. You know what I mean? Like I was doing fairly well. You were thinking of Eddie Torres, the extra onion, apparently. Gotcha. All right. We're time for the next one. Are you ready, people? Okay. We are all familiar with Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader. What year? What year did we get the first installment of Star Wars? Let's see. What do we got? Who do we got? They're out of the box, and here comes that rabbit. Oh. Ray. Quick on the draw, Ray. Ray has not fully recovered from the smell of Sistroming, violently assaulting his nasal passages. I want to tell you something. I got a story about that real quick. And yes, Ray is correct. The answer was 1977. I believe it was 1977, wasn't it? Hold on. Yes, it was. Sorry. Well played. So if you guys did not see the Sistroming attempt with Alan Valentine, myself, and Ray, it went horrendously wrong. I mean, it went horrendously wrong. Do you know how bad that stuff smells under the best of circumstances, right? I mean it. It's like, I mean, there's no way to do any justice to how this stuff smells. But this was worse. And it was, I've been assaulted by this before. So when it hit the nasal passages, I was like, holy crap, man. That's almost worse this time. I think it was the first thing I said out of my mouth. I swear to God, I think this smells worse. Well, it was because it had been left in the sun. The can had bowed out to like here, right? And it just disintegrated. There was nothing left in this can. It was just emulsified foulness. Well, open that fish can underwater is the way you're supposed to do it, Guac. But the idea is all of this is for your entertainment. You follow me? Like, we want this to explode all over Ray Ray. No offense, Ray. But that's what we were going for. We had the can right there. It was supposed to just, you know what I mean? Like just completely, destroy him. That's the goal. This is, people always say the stuff tastes a lot better if you put it on a cracker and you've got a slice of tomato and a piece of cheese and then a scallion, which you dice up. No, the hurling is part of the adventure of this thing. We absolutely are going for full foul. This is about, vomit coming out the nose. Anyway, so Alan and I make this road trip right after the whole foul fish debacle over at Ray Ray's. And I'm telling you, I vomited from smell alone, not to get too graphic, but just smell. I hurled all over the place. This stuff was just unreal. Then we had to do a little cleanup, and we dropped Ray Ray off, and we started heading out toward California. And we were right by the courthouse, and I said to Alan, I'm like, I gotta blow my nose. And I went and got tissue and blew my schnoz. And the second that I did, I just looked at Alan. He goes, "You all right?" I got this look on my face like I had been shot. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Man, I just got systrominged." That smell was right back, and it happened to him later on that day. You're sitting there and you get it come back on you, and you're like, "Oh my Lord!" It's just everything inside your body, from the bottom of your feet is just pushing up to try to get, all of the liquid that you have in your body out and onto the floor. It's not a smell. It's a stench. You're right, A-Name. No, A-Name nailed that. A-Name nailed that. It's not. It is a stench. And it's a stench that hangs with you, man. Like it'll get on clothing. It's one of those things that if it makes contact with something, and I don't care if you love it. I don't care if you've owned this thing your entire life. If this smell comes in contact with something that you own, it's getting thrown out. It's just that simple. And the second can is also completely liquefied, but we are working diligently at the moment to get those cans replaced because we order them because they're foul, but they're not supposed to be like that kind of foul. You know what I mean? We were going to try to get Ray Ray to drink this stuff, but it's just bad form. I couldn't do it to him. All right, are you ready? Who is the lead guitarist of rock band Queen, known for his virtuoso playing and flamboyant stage presence? I will also mention that this cat was recently knighted. Yeah, that's right. Dude's a knight. He is Sir. I would have called him Sir anyway. Ben Turner. Ben is on this. Like he was going so hard to try to get that in that there was a bit of a misspelling there. I'm trying to figure out if we can give this to him, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw that you went back for the cleanup, Ben. I don't know. We're gonna go to the Aussies. What do you think, man? Do we give him Brian Moy?
No.
Do we give him Brian Moy? He did clean Moy up.
Yeah, right.
He did clean Moy up with May. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna throw it to him, in spite of the fact that it's not spot on, man. But we're gonna give it to you. He's a Californian. We're eating here. Have you guys ever watched the Saturday Night Live skit for the Californians? That is one of the funniest skits on Saturday Night Live, honestly, because we met a bunch of people that honestly talked like the people from that, and it was hysterically funny because one of them said, I brought up the skit, and the girl said, "Yeah, I kind of feel like, we almost talk like those people." And Alan hit her with the, "Oh no, you do. You talk exactly like that." Yeah, it was absolutely perfect. Oh, that's funny. Tattoo Warrior, couldn't figure out how you guys knew the questions before I heard them. I realized I was not caught up fully. Well, no wonder you've been a little behind. Oh, BB's is from Scotland. I did not know that. Welcome, Scotland. Do you know we recently have gotten a bunch of new people, and a lot of them are from Holland. So big shout out to all of the people that have found the lifeboat from Holland. We love it, man. We really do. We love it. And there are people from all over the world. I cannot tell you the number of people who have sent emails out to us. I mean, we are covering the world. This has been a blessing. I'm telling you, really has. Okay, here we go. What year did the Beatles release the album Abbey Road? That would be Abbey Road, people, from a band called the Beatles. They're never going to make it. Just my prediction. I don't see them going big. You got to get to a point where you just say, maybe it's not for me. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm just not going to make it. But I do believe, did Ray Ray get another one? See, I was going with the assumption, the whole, even a blind squirrel will occasionally find an acorn. But if the cat gets two in a row, it is 1969. Ray Ray for the win.
He's Googling it.
Well, no question, but he's Googling it fast. That's what I mean. I don't even care if you're the speed at which he Googled that. Even if that's how he's getting down, he's still doing it quicker than everybody else. Well played, right? Truthfully, especially considering I know he's not 100% over the fish incident.
Yeah.
I've had licorice from Holland and chocolate prayers and hugs. I'm keeping you. Oh, wait a sec. What am I doing here? You've had licorice from Holland and chocolate from Holland. Definitely salty and not like American chocolate. I watched L.A. Beast do a. You know what I'm talking about? L.A. Beast did a video where he's taken down some licorice, and it's the saltiest stuff in the entire world. And he's got a bag of it about this big. L.A. Beast is a beast. That man ate a couple of dozen eggs with the shells and all. I saw him eat 12 cactuses or cacti. The man ate a dozen cacti, like spines the whole shooting match. He is a beast. But that salty licorice took him through there. He could not get that done. I don't think I could either. That stuff that Ray Ray gave us is so damn salty that it's just absolutely awful. But that's me. Bono distracted you? Wow. Hanging with some of the big people. Okay. Question. Which rock band's 1973 album tells the story of a young mod's coming of age? What is the name of the album? And what is the name of the band? I will repeat the question for those of you who are talking to other people in the chat and not paying attention to me while I was doing this, because I know you do that. The question is, what rock band 73 album tells the story of a young mod's coming of age? Who is it? And who is the, what's the name of the album? What's the name of the band? Who? Terry, it is the Who. It is not Tommy. But I do like reading my name. Who? Ziggy Stardust? No. Tommy? No. Cosmic. Quadrophenia is the album. And who is the band? Guacaholic. Guac comes in first. T.L. Grant, good to see you. Who are you? It is Quadrophenia. It's a great album, by the way. Hello. Sorry. I smacked the microphone. Okay. All right. Here we go. What 1980s rock band sang the songs Living on a Prayer and Wanted Dead or Alive? Once again, you old timers. This is far before my time, but I think I may know who. All right, I'm lying. All right, I'm lying. Pipe down. How do I spell that? I was told there would be no spelling. Dude, if I could spell, do you think I would be a YouTuber? Who was first? Was it? It was Ben. Yeah. Ben makes the a reappearance to the winner's circle in style quickly. Is Johnny Scoville still here? Because if not, I might have a good Johnny Scoville story here in a minute. Which female rock artist released the album Rumors with her band in 1977? Name her, name the band. It's a two-piecer. Name her and name the band. Are you looking for me? Are you looking for me? Who's winning?
I had to tell you somebody, sir.
Uh-oh. Oh, you hate to see that. What's that?
Green Bay. Got it.
Stevie Nicks. It is Miss Stevie Nicks. It was Stevie Nicks. Let's see. Was Terry first? I think she was. Terry Ray. It was. Well done, Terry. Well done, Terry. And got in there just in time to shave off Ben for a 3 in a row. This would have been out of control. Okay, question. Who was the lead guitarist of the Rolling Stones during the 1960s? Who was the guitarist of the Rolling Stones during the 1960s? Who do we got? Terry Ray says Keith Richards.
Says Ron Wood.
We have a Ron Woods. Brian Jones. Who said Brian Jones? A name. Booyah. It was Brian Jones, people. Brian Jones, going back to the early days of the Stones. By the way, Violet Gypsy says, "Dude, I was a toddler. I wasn't around when in the '60s, but I'm a big fan of the Stones. I saw the Rolling Stones on the Steel Wheels tour, and I saw them in the Big O Stadium, Olympic Stadium in Montreal, Canada. It would have been like probably 88, 87, 88, something like that. 89 at the latest, because those are like the last 3 years that I was there. And we took a friend of mine from my hometown and a guy I went to college with, and the three of us went across. It's one of the all-time great epic road trips. It was the coldest night ever, and we ended up losing a car and didn't have proper clothing on. Almost froze to death. But they came on stage and talked about how they did "Sympathy for the Devil," and they had not played that since the concert at Altamont, where the Hells Angels stabbed the guy. Sort of the death of the Summer of Love, the whole Altamont tragedy where the death took place. Any hoot, they said, we've not done this since the last time we played this. It didn't work out too well, and they're doing it for the first time since the '60s. And we're all fired up. And I looked down, and the dude from my hometown was sound asleep. I mean, out like a light. And we're smacking him, trying to wake him up. Absolutely no hope whatsoever. We ended up leaving this poor guy in Montreal, Canada, by accident. For the truthfully, Full of Hope says, "Okay, let's talk Spinal Tap." You know what? Before we move on, and this is worth mentioning. It's somewhat important. I am going to go out on a limb and say the greatest mockumentary in the history of mockumentaries. Spinal Tap is the top of the food chain for that entire genre. If you have not seen Spinal Tap, the film, shame on you. Shame on you. It's a celebration of Europe's loudest rock band. The people that brought you, well, if I go through all the album names, we'll get demonetized, right? I could leave you just with Smell the Glove. I think that was a one of their classics. Very, very, very solid. I'm all about talking about Spinal Tap anytime I get the chance. It is one of the all-time great films. For my money, one of the all-time great films. We're also working on this. See, a lot of people, we're getting a lot of people that are weighing in that Spinal Tap rocks. I am working on a way that we are going to be able to get together and watch a film. We are going to do this. We're not going to be able to do it here, but I'm going to announce the crap out of it here. And then we're probably going to go to one of those Discord server kind of things. I was having my smarter child explain to me, because I know nothing about anything in the whole technology arena. But I had Cedar breaking down all of the different things that I could do, and we can absolutely go over and watch one of those. SPTV Tattoo Warrior says, kick Ray out. The Smell Alone. I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Discord. I think it'll work. The Wall, A Clockwork Orange. Amy's firing some good suggestions. Clockwork Orange is so wild a film, man. That's another one that if you've never seen. Hello, Wharton Thistle. Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here, Wharton. If you've never seen A Clockwork Orange, man, that's a heavy film. It really is. That's a heavy duty film. And I would be willing to do The Wall, providing we did it right. You do know what that means, don't you? Come on. Do I have somebody? Tell me how you do The Wall correctly. I did see Stevie Ray Vaughan live, actually, several times. Song Remains the Same should be on that list. I'll give you that. The Breakfast Club should absolutely be on that list. So should Apocalypse Now. Clockwork Director. Yeah, we're back to our opening question, right? The Clockwork Orange messed me up for a long time. Yeah, and I'll tell you something. It's The Howling. Oh my God. There's a film I didn't remember for a really, really long time. Burn Weed. Is that a question? There was a question mark. Platoon. Platoon's a good one. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, says Jim Webster. SRV was a magician. Absolutely no two ways about it. And the first time I saw Stevie Ray was good and messed up still on booze and was not at his best. I still had a really good time, but he was not at his best. And after a period of time, stopped singing altogether and just played his guitar, which would be awesome. Because SRB could play the guitar like Hendrix or like anybody else, but he wasn't on. I mean, he really wasn't. He was dulled something fierce from the drink. But the second time that I saw him, it was after he got sober. And at the time, I was not sober. I was still partying, but SRB was sober, and the show that he was sober was absolutely ridiculous. It really was. He came out and just absolutely tore it up. Just tore it up and apologized for her. He said in the past, I've done some shows that weren't great. It was kind of amazing. It really was. Yeah, I saw that. Danny Elfman plays Satan in a live action cartoon. If I'm not mistaken, I think the film I think Danny Elfman may have actually done Yeah, I think he did. I think Danny Elfman did the soundtrack for the movie that I was in, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that one. But yeah, he's prolific as hell, isn't he, Danny Elfman? Oh, what year did The Simpsons come out, people? What year did The Simpsons come out? Goonies, great reference. Tim says 1991. I don't believe that's correct, Tim. Cheryl Faulkner for the win. The answer is 89. Easy Rider, says Jim Webster. Great film. Very tough film, but by themselves are on the good. It's a legit question. Jeff Goldblum, but something weird, very weird. You think there's something weird about Jeff Goldblum? Okay, I got one for you, people. Are you ready, Violet Gypsy? The first time I ever saw Jeff Goldblum, it was before he had done any films. The very first time that I saw him at all, he had a television series starring across from Ben Vereen. Impressed me. Somebody tell me the name of that series. That was the first thing he ever did. Let me see some of you come up with that one. Full of Hope, you met Jeff Goldblum? Wow, how cool is that? Everybody loves Jeff Goldblum. He is a genius. Oh, baby, a name. Please tell me that you didn't just Google that and you've actually watched it. Please, it would make my day. That's the correct answer. The correct answer is 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. And I'll tell you something. I absolutely loved that show. I used to watch it with my dad back in the day. And if you've been on the boat a long time, you know that I can't watch I can watch really old stuff because they filmed it differently. They filmed it from one camera or two cameras, and they edit it together so that it's not that stuff absolutely gets me. But I watch 10 Speed and Brown Shoe. I watch it now. Still, I go back and watch it for real. Love it. Jeff Goldblum. Yes, he is a part of Mensa. I knew that. Yep. I met Danny Masterson once. I was at a journalist covering his DJ set in Denton, Texas. Well, the 6 degrees of separation. My brother once lived in Denton, Texas. Wow, that's crazy, especially with everything going on. That is, it's remarkable. Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction would be a good one. I'll be really honest, though. I talk a lot about triggers and how I say sometimes the trigger thing is people make too much of it or whatever. I have a real struggle watching the scene where that whack job Scientologist injects himself up with heroin in the film. That scene, I honestly can't watch that one. It really gets me. Goldblum plays the kind of guy who wears brown shoes. It really is just a absolutely phenomenal. He knows karate and he's just it's such a funny series, man. It really is. Marissa, hi. Good to see you, Marissa. Glad that you're here. Yeah, Goldblum was fantastic in Independence Day. He was also excellent in the Jurassic Park. Couldn't come up with that. We saw a beautifully done up Jeep today that had all of the painting on there, like he was a park ranger for Jurassic Park. Very, very cool. Very cool thing. I still can't watch when Bambi's mom dies. Neither can I. And I've been to federal prison. That's nobody watches when Bambi's mom dies. It's horrendous. Seriously, it's one of the worst things that has ever been done by anybody that ever made a film. And I think it's the reason that 80% of Americans who are on drugs are on drugs. I blame the Bambi's mom scene. Absolutely horrific. I don't know how they could do that to us. Stop or my mom will shoot, says Tim. If you are from another, Earth girls are easy. Who said that? No way. Full of Hope knows Earth Girls are Buckaroo Bonsai across the fifth dimension. Very good one. Very good one. Very good one. Men in Black. Yep. Oh, you know what? Cosmic Christie. Did you get that? Boy, did Cosmic Christie hit that one out of the park or what? That's an awful scene. That is an awful scene. And you know what? I was just getting over it. And now the wound has been reopened. No, I mean it. Overcoming Native Eagle. I mean it. That's tough stuff. That and eating candy corn. What's wrong with eating candy corn? Bambi mom equals PTSD. Violet Gypsy knows. Do you know what? Snotface. My son Spanx had a thing. Thank you, Amy. You look great in green. My son Spanx had a thing for Fox and the Hound that was that really got out of control as a kid. It was his. You know what, Johnny? You pop back up just for not candy. I asked earlier if you were here. I wanted to ask you something, but that's it. Yeah, I'm done. Hot Housewives of Orlando. Go watch an episode and tell me you don't die laughing. A mockumentary series ever called Hot Housewives of Orlando. Where do I find this? SP TV Tattoo Warrior? I'll look it up on YouTube. You can find anything on YouTube. I will look at it. I will never not watch a mockumentary. It's one of my favorite genres. Don't ever give up. Keep at sobriety. Overcoming Native Eagle gets it. No, never give up. The corn extracts IQ. Corn extracts IQ. It's not a very nice thing to say. I eat candy corn all the time. You're saying I'm stupid, aren't you? It's all right. I get it. I could forgive the Magnum stash, but not the candy corn. The Magnum stash? Is that the Magnum PI stash? Wow. That's it's just not a mean thing to say. I don't think I look anything like him, to be honest with you. Sorry. Yeah, Johnny. Yeah, Johnny's done talking tonight. Ben Turner. Thank you, Ben. Nancy Ives. So glad to finally catch you live. Well, this is not your average. This is not your average live, Nancy. We do this one day a week. We just sort of let our hair down and screw around for an hour. We answer a little trivia, and then normally the show degrades and just starts spinning out of control. Most often, we discuss concerts or something, and very often from the 80s, since we all seem to find kind of into that. 42 says ZW. It's the meaning of life. Of course, you all know that. You know that?
Yeah.
It's the meaning of life. And ZW obviously gets it. Blocked. Still here. You're here now. It could all go away. I love when ball guys let their hair down. Well, that's what we do. I mean, it's, I have a lot of ear hair I could let down. And some back hair. A little bit in the nose. You know, when you're a kid, you don't worry about any of that stuff. And then you get old and it's all bad. Gets to the bottom of a Halloween bag candy corn, Mentos. You don't like Mentos either? Wait a second. You don't like candy corn or Mentos? I'm worried about you, dude. I am worried about you. This is an amazing time to be alive. There's no doubt. Amy wants to see Sling Blade. Really like them French fried potatoes. You ever seen that film?
No.
Oh, it's disturbing as hell. I'm terribly sorry. Did I do the too much info? Was it the back hair thing? It was the back hair thing, wasn't it? Well, it is what it is. You know. 56 likes with 89 in chat. We can do better than that, says Seventh Son, and he doesn't mess around. If he says that, he means that. I remember once in an office room full of women, I heard the amplified sound of nylons and legs. I had to scoot. That got you out of there? Circus peanuts are the worst Halloween. You know what? Booyah. There you go. Anybody going to argue that? Anybody going to argue that circus peanuts are that candy corn is worse than a circus peanut? Those orange things that are just, you know what I'm talking about. See, Guacaholics loves Mentos with his Coke. And if you've never seen the Mentos and Coke demo, very impressive. Although I think they do it with Diet Coke, don't they? Or does it matter? Billy Bob played that character to the hilt. He did. Billy Bob Thornton was incredible in that. Some people call it a casual blade. I call it a sling blade. Very, very disturbing film. He was fantastic in it. My goodness, things are flying by. You'll need better candy, says Violet Gypsy. Not very nice. Chat is going fast again. I notice. All right, everybody, take a deep breath. Isn't candy corn just waxy sugar? Well, yeah. But you say that like it's a bad thing. What's the matter with you? Yeah, I mean, yes, that's what it is, technically. But again, you say that like it's a bad thing. It's one of the 4 major food groups. I'm surprised you didn't know that. There's dairy, there's meat, there's legumes. I believe legumes is in there, and candy corn, and maple syrup. Pretty confident maple syrup is in there. But I am from that part of the world, you see, and pretty big fan of the whole maple syrup thing. And if you're not, well, then there's something wrong with you. You know, this guy was eating that. See, quiet girl's craving candy corn. She gets it. It's like giving pixie sticks to hyperactive children and telling their parents what? Telling their parents there's no sugar in them. Oh, that's just cold. I've told the story on here before, but I used to get Spanx Calhoun cranked up on Red Bull. I had a Red Bull refrigerator at my house, and the Red Bull truck used to come by and drop it off because it was a skier thing, and I could get a bunch of free Red Bull. And Spanky was always trying to get it out and drink it. I would never let him have Red Bull because it had all of the stimulants and stuff in it. And I'd say, no, you're not getting that. But on Sundays, when he was going over to my mother-in-law's place, I would say, Spanky, you can have 1 Red Bull, knowing full well he was going to gurn at least one other one. Did you just say, what is candy corn? I realize that you're on the other side of the planet, but there's no chance that you people are so uncivilized that you've never seen candy corn. Is that possible? There is a place on this planet that has not seen candy corn. I'm sad for you. I'm sad for you. Apparently, Alan Ballantyne's going to take care of sending you some. And you know why he can do that? Because he intends to bring back a metric ton. The man's addicted. Yeah, I mean, waxy sugar is a good description, but it's tasty. And it's omnipresent, says Ben Turner, and he's right. In England, you've not seen it. We're going to have to fix this. There should be a lifeboat version of candy corn. I should be a candy corn ambassador to the planet. Yeah. I could change the minds of many of you. Here's the thing with candy corn, and I'm not even being funny, right? This is not a punchline. This is really from the heart stuff. If you get candy corn and it's stale, then yeah, it's that waxy, nasty stuff. But if you get candy corn that is fresh, right, where it just sort of melts in your mouth when you put it in there, it is a completely. Yeah. Is it not? See that? Even the Aussie that picked on me all last year for how bad candy corn is must admit that when you get it and it's fresh, it is a completely different thing. See that? Here we go. Hold on. I've got someone else that obviously gets it. Here we go. Cemetery gets it. He's going to go buy some candy corn and he's going to eat the entire bag for dinner. While I don't recommend that, I don't. I would eat a half of it. That's me. And candy corn is excellent if you just take a spoonful of peanut butter and jam about 4 candy corn into the spoonful and then just neck that and take it down. And I know that's freaking him out hearing this, but this dude spread that Vegemite crap all over bread today and actually ate it while I had to watch. I'm not trying to upset the Aussies. I know that it's actually, what do you guys call it? It's savory. I know that the stuff is savory. Apparently, I'm just not a savory guy. I like the waxy, sugary. Debbie, you look fantastic in green. People tell me Debbie does not look good in green. Booyah. Welcome, Debbie. Thank you. Oh, wait. Hold on one second. What kind of Weisenheimery is this? They only made it in one year, 1972. Nobody bought it. They have been unloading it on us every year since. Did you really just say that? And Lady J says, and I love this. Lady J says, cotton candy is like eating dryer. I love cotton candy. Who are you people? We're drug addicts. Everybody loves sugar. Like, we crave that. It's part of the, I don't understand how you people don't like, I mean, you're talking about these are the staples. That's another major food group right there. For real, cotton candy. When the guy takes a little cone and he goes, oh, and he goes around in circles and fluffs that stuff up. Not the stuff you buy at 7-Eleven that comes in a foil bag that they call that, which is just like looks like a cheeseburger made out of it. Nah, I'm not talking about that. The real stuff, where the static electricity is making it. Oh, such good stuff. That's not very funny, Johnny, by the way. It's not the truth either. Cosmic Christie, what do you mean peanut butter is where you draw the line? First of all, peanut butter is great. Charlotte Everett gets it. Overcoming Native Eagle says it's an acquired taste. I have a theory on the acquired taste thing, right? I am pretty confident that if you had time, you could develop a taste, an acquired taste for Sistroming. Right? Yeah. She says, no. I'm sure you could. I think you could acquire a taste for gasoline. Like if you're in, I mix only Brock's Blend candy corn, roasted peanuts. It tastes like a payday candy bar. Genius. She gets it. Well done. You see that? And by the way, I have done this. Candy corn and roasted peanuts. I have done this, and it is absolutely remarkable. I will fully endorse this. She is a genius. You know how earlier we said Goldblum is in Mensa? Do you remember that? So is she. Border Collie Mom, absolutely in Mensa as well. If you do not believe me, then you need to try this because it is genius. Thank you. Thank you so much, Border Collie Mom. I mean it. That's really good stuff. Wait a second. Not if you're a wasp. You may not believe this, but I am a wasp. No, I take that back. But there was a time where I was, but not anymore. That was years ago. It was the last century even. Farrah Rocher is my guilty pleasure. And you know what? There is nothing wrong with that, Lady J. Now, there are people out there that actually don't like those because they say that what? There, see, the Aussie gets it though. Oh, yeah. He says, no, Farrah Rochers are awesome. But what is the name of that? I'm brain farting really bad right now on what the name of the stuff that's in Farrah Rocher. It's the same stuff that spread we put all over everything is from. Mensa member, I suspect there are that there are a lot of us in here. I'll bet there are a few Mensa members in here. To be sure. I like roasted peanuts, but peanut butter makes me feel like Mr. Ed. It's a texture thing. Oh, I got you. You and my daughter. My daughter is a hazelnut. There you go. Thank you so much. My brother says garbage. See, who are you? It really makes me wonder if maybe You know, one of us isn't really related to the other one. You don't really look that much like me. Chocolate covered macadamia nuts are my favorite, says a very, very intelligent lady. That would be an island lady, and she is also a genius. Make no mistake. Hey, Rip Curl, good to see you. Chocolate covered macadamia nuts they're heavenly. Or what is it? What is it? They're lovely. They're lovely. Nancy Ives says, right, Alan? Nutella. Thank you, Full of Hope. It's called Nutella. I think Johnny's a pretty big Nutella fan. We'll see if he really left. Johnny, you're a Nutella fan, aren't you? Dark chocolate covered espresso beans. Giggity, giggity. Yeah. Tampa B-Man. Tampa B-Man says, I'm the only person I know that doesn't like chocolate. Well, I'll tell you something right now. You know who doesn't like chocolate? Mama Scoville is not a chocolate eater. How's that? She does not like chocolate. So there are others out there that do not. Here's my problem is, all right, good night, my brother. My problem is, Cadbury. I just read Cadbury and my entire head shut down. I like anything that is sweet. I have a sweet tooth. I mean, I really do. I have a vicious, vicious sweet tooth. You have an allergy to chocolate. Lady J, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That's just plain awful. There are things that no one should be allowed to be allergic to, and chocolate would be one of those things, right? Yes. See this? That's genius. That's just a great, great comment on the way out the door. She says, bye, Johnny. Take your complimentary candy corn on the way out. Ba-dum-bum. I love that. Boy, do I love that. Alrighty, people, that brings us to the top of the hour. And you know what that means, don't you? Yes. It means that it's time that I go and rearrange my collection of Elvis plates from the Franklin Mint. Wait, no, what day is it? It's Sunday. No, it just means I'm going to go sit on the couch with my friend from Australia, and we're going to watch skits from Saturday Night Live, and we're going to laugh out loud. But no neighbors are close enough to hear us, so we're not too worried about it. All right? Hey, I love all of you. Thanks for joining with us this evening. Tomorrow night, back at 5 for regular boat, people. This will be regular boat, okay? There's going to be doing what we do. It's not going to be, yeah. So between now and then, people, reach out and try to save somebody, eh? And thoughts and prayers for Heather Joy. She's getting better, but we want to make sure we keep her in our thoughts and prayers. Have a great day, everybody. I'm Captain Tommy. Bye-bye.